Hey folks, it has been raining a lot lately. Yesterday was a rainy day. We went out and did a couple little things, but today's nicer. Our parking shelter is finished. I'll show you that later. We decided to have a nice, quiet, relaxing day doing a spot of fishing. Thought that would be nice after all the hard work for the parking shelter. We get out here though and end up meeting a couple of real characters.
I'm not mafia, same human being, not mafia, but maybe more in mafia in Pattaya before.
Yeah. Anyway, we'll get to all that, but every story has a beginning, so let's go back there right now and I'll kind of show you how all this came about. Been raining all morning, almost nonstop, really torrentially hard at times. I think we can plant the rice back here. Anyway, that's pretty dry under there. So that's where the truck will be instead of sitting in that mud pile. Anyway, I'm going to go out and get a couple things. I want to see what kind of river is washing down into the beach this morning from all this torrential rain. There's a river that when it kind of overflows, it just breaks through and washes right into the ocean. It's probably a rapids this morning. I'm gonna go by and check it out. Yeah, it's flowing pretty good. Definitely eroded some sand this morning. That's this river behind me coming down. And just too much water. It has to go somewhere or go right into the ocean. Tell you what, if Pattaya gets the same rain we just got this morning, you're gonna have motorbikes floating down Soy Bacau. I've been there long enough to know what happens on big rains like this, but I don't think they will. It seems to rain more here, and it's actually, the area is better equipped to handle it. Since it's a bit of a rainy day, we thought we'd leave Mayberry and go into Mount Pilot. That's I guess Rayong would be our Mount Pilot. I guess Pattaya is our Charlotte, if you watch the Andy Griffith Show. If not, I know that makes zero sense. Anyway, we're going into the town closest to us to go to Macro. Still working on stocking up our fridge. And on the way, I saw a German bakery. And one of the things I wanted was hamburger rolls, or that style type roll. And I stopped in here, pleasantly surprised. The stuff looks great. It's a Thai lady. Says she has a German husband or German boyfriend or whatever, but they bake the stuff together fresh. I think they're closed Tuesday and Wednesday. Well, today's a Monday, so we're in business. I stopped and bought 2 pieces of cake and a couple of rolls. We'll see how they are. But I'll tell you, it looks legit. Really looks good. And I lived in Germany for several years. The Germans know a thing or two about baking. No shortage of fine baked goods in Deutschland. Absolutely. Quite a random find here. We're up on Sukhumvit Road. You just never know what you're going to find. And this might prove to be an asset. The goods that I ended up buying from here were very good once I got them home. We did stop by our local Macro, which actually I was pleasantly surprised there as well. A little bit smaller maybe than the one in Pattaya, but they have basically the same stuff. And even they have one up, because here at this Macro, they still have a food court. Where the one in Pattaya, they closed that, I don't know, several years ago, they closed that. Plus, there's look at that, a Dunkin' Donuts to boot. What's not to like there? So anyway, we did a little shopping, stopped by for a little lunch. Nothing to warm you up on a rainy, miserable day than a nice hot bowl of noodles there. So it actually turned out to be a pretty nice day yesterday. Seems like that's the pattern, rain in the morning and nice in the afternoons. The parking shelter's done. They finished it up yesterday, all the final touches. I'm very pleased with it. Looks good, works. So I guess in light of that, we'll go out today, have a little break. We're hoping to do a little fishing today. There's a lot of places around here that you can go fishing. So hopefully we'll find one that's open and be able to wet a couple lines. Gotta stop and get some bait. A lot of these places don't have bait. They have fishing rods for you to use. Of course, they have the pond, but you got to bring your own bait. They've got bait. We called. They said you got to bring your own bait. We stopped and get bait. First thing I see when I get here is a big bag of bait. I believe we can catch and then pay for by the kilo what we catch and take home. Or maybe they cook them here. I don't know. We'll see. The first place we went was closed. The second place I couldn't find. This is actually our third stop. There's a bunch of these though, including some that are proper restaurants attached to them. So we actually stopped here when we were house hunting. I saw signs and we came back here then, and this is where we ended up. So kind of funny. But anyway, we'll See what we can catch. So far, nothing. One little bite. The guy over there's got 2 nice tilapia. That's what I wouldn't mind taking home. I believe it's 50 baht per kilogram, but we'll see what we catch. I think different fish are different prices. I know the sky looks blue, but there's still some dark spots around. It can be raining any minute. I thought while we were waiting for the first real catch of the day, I'd enjoy a little snack. Bet you they don't have that flavor where you live. Well, they might. Let me know. Chicken cow soy, one of my favorite dishes here, now available, and a snack chip by Lay's. I just caught about eight in a row, but probably over half of them too small to keep. It's much better over here, where they were throwing the bread in.
I do stupid same like a Falang. Go countryside. I buy, sell house, everything here, sell everything mine. I go countryside, buy land, build house, everything. He know did my own friend maybe more than 50 years. Because if I go some bar, normally lady, no one to talk with Thai man. That sometimes
Thai.
A new bar, I never speak Thai. I say I come from Hawaii. because I know a little bit like this, because Hawaii for American people.
Right.
And we have Korea, we have Japan, we have Thai lady, everything. I say my mama married with American people from Vietnam War. I say like that. I speak lie, but she believe me. Because normally lady
So you never know who you'll meet and where you'll meet him. This gentleman lives in Pattaya, actually. He came down for the day to visit his buddy. His buddy owns this place, and both of these guys are longtime Pattaya residents back in the day. When I say back in the day, I mean back in maybe the late Vietnam era. So maybe early to mid 70s. They're getting up in years now. This guy still lives in Pattaya. His buddy, though, over here, he moved down here several years ago to get out of the Pattaya rat race and open this little fishing park and enjoy some of his retirement. This gentleman told a story about he still likes to go to the bars, but he says that the girls at the bars won't talk to him, so he makes up a story and says he's Hawaiian. That way they think he's an American, not Thai, and they'll talk to him and play all his little reindeer games, I guess. But what a couple characters here. They were longtime patrons of the old TQ, the Tahitian Queen, one of the very first bars, definitely the first go-go in Pattaya. But anyway, looks like the fish are really starting to bite now, so let's get back on point. Oh! Yeah, our friend back here just caught the biggest one of the day. About a foot long, probably, I don't know, maybe pound and a half, something like that. Pretty good sized tilapia. I think the biggest one we got might have been half that size. I think that one's the biggest one. Lon's got the big one. I think I got the most number, but she's got the biggest one. So, yeah. So we'll put that in the net. So we'll add that to our growing collection in this net provided by the guy. We put the fish in there, and that way they stay alive in the water. But the fish are biting. It's not raining, so it actually turned out to be a pretty nice day. So we got a right good catch. I don't know, about 5 or 6 decent ones. All the small ones went back in. So we probably caught 20 fish and maybe kept 6 or 7, something like that, about those numbers. So I think they would cook them here too. But probably what we'll do is we'll get them weighed, pay, and then take them home. All right, that sounds like a plan. Actually, I think we got more than 6 or 7 fish in there. I mean, I didn't see every fish going in there. We got quite a load here. So we will get all these separated and put them in a bag and then weigh the bag, and then we'll pay. It is 50 baht per kilo. That's all we caught was tilapia. We didn't get any other type breed or type of fish. So pretty easy figuring there. We'll get all that weighed up, 50 baht a kilo. It's also 100 baht for the rod rental. But had we brought our own rod, we'd be just on the hook for whatever we wanted to keep. So we'll get these weighed here. Slightly, just a tad over 2 kilograms. He's going to round that down to 2 kilos for us. Our total bill is 220. I think we bought a drink from him as well, so that's the other 20 baht. Anyway, pretty cheap day. We'll pile back into our sidecar here and head him on home.
Just when I thought we made a clean getaway, she saw some wild edibles. Anyway, we got a trunk load of fish here.
So right back home, we'll unload the trunk and get everything ready. We've got to clean the fish, and then what we're going to do is grill them. So I guess the first thing we'll do is get a fire started here. A little mixture of charcoal and some wood. She's been saving that wood. I forget where we got it, but I think she cut down a little bit of a tree here or something, or a tree stump. Maybe it was from a tree stump. But anyway, we'll get all that in our little barbecue grill. You can get these grills very, very cheap at the hardware store here. They're almost ubiquitous. Everybody uses these. I know it doesn't look like a very big grill, and I wish the cooking area was a little bit bigger, but it's sufficient. It's sufficient, and they have an opening for air in the bottom. They really can heat up pretty quick. So very efficacious way to cook, and that's why I think a lot of the locals use them. Charcoal here again, very, very cheap. Great big bag of charcoal, 35, 40, 45 cents, something like that. Very cheap. Usually they're about, 15 baht. But there you go. She'll get that fire going, almost a little bit like a rocket stove type thing, and it's got a handle on it. You can carry that with you, so they're portable. It's never too early to bring out the seasoning. I know she's not ready for that yet, but just a reminder, so she doesn't forget, we'll have the Old Bay on hand. The fire's heating up, and she's got a lot of fish to clean. So yeah, it's definitely more than I thought. So the total cost of these fish, even with the rod rental, really it's only about $3 for all those fish. But even if you count the rod rental in there, it comes out to about $6 for all these fish. And we were there, I guess, about 2.5 hours fishing. It was a little bit of a learning curve. The first half hour, 40 minutes, we didn't catch much, but then it started regularly. We were winding them in faster than we could even put them in the net, etc. So anyway, pretty good day. I believe, though, next time we do something like this, we will go to one of the places that has a restaurant attached and just let them cook our catch of the day. But anyway, Lon did a good job. She's going to grill them up, and there you go. That'll be dinner. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Something else next time, but for this one, we got to go ahead and leave it off right here. And as usual, I'll thank you for watching. And until next time, bye for now.